Testing, check 1, check 2. Testing, check 1, check 2. Testing, check 1, check 2. Yes, we are live. Howdy ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel guys, and welcome back to TeamFCB. In today's segment we'll be taking a lot of news that has come up regarding Barcelona and everything related to injury updates, possible signing, possible departures. It's all coming in this video, so let's get started. First up, Barcelona were dealt with major blow as Sergio Roberto picked up an injury during the last game against Getafe. The club have confirmed that the injury, which will keep the versatile star on the sideline for up to 5 weeks, which is quite a lot. And since Roberto is one of the players ruled out for Barcelona for upcoming league games against Atletico Madrid, joining Christensen on the sideline, who had picked up injury last month and is yet to recover, and has missed around 3 league matches, along with Copa del Rey semi-final against Real Madrid, the second leg. On the positive side of things, it appears Barcelona could be boosted by the return of at least 3 players. The player in question are Ousmane Dembele, Pedri, Frenkie de Jong, and all these 3 players have been recovering on the sideline for the past few weeks now and are finally in contention to return to action. The report also suggests that the players will train more in the coming days, but they have already joined the group session as of today, and their availability will be certain by the performance in the training and how they feel before the game. De Jong in particular has made a good recovery and should feature in this game against Atletico Madrid. The Dutchman return could be boom for Xavi Hernandez, who his midfielders has been lackluster, if you had to put it. Pedri too could return after a long period on the sideline, although the youngster may not start against Atletico. There is a possibility he could feature from the bench and go on to feature in Barcelona remaining league matches of the season. As for Dembele, the situation is quite tricky. The forward has not been doing well, while Barca doctors are also proceeding with cautions. It is not guaranteed he may be available against Atletico Madrid, but he could surely return against Rayo Vallecano in the league in the month, yeah. So moving on. Taking note of what had happened before, while Barcelona were going through the scandal of paying the referees, where Real Madrid took sides on who they were supporting, and they were going to show up on the trial to go up against Barcelona day and therefore. So at the current time, Barcelona travels are not actually going away that soon as they expected. They are already dealing with tons of financial trouble and registration issues, and when things were not getting any easier on the pitch, they were also handed the Negreira case midway through the season. In essence, this case is Barcelona's payment to the former, let's say the former head of referee, who they used to pay to receive like insights of how the players should conduct themselves on the pitch, which Barcelona had actually stated that this was for the, not for the first team, but for probably reserve teams and the youth side. The club have maintained their innocence regarding the payments, saying they were given for advice and were not part of a common practice. However, the issue has blown out of proposition, with UEFA and the Spanish prosecutor office involved in the case. Real Madrid too decided to tip the hat in the ring as a witness in the judicial process. Their participation has not gone unnoticed by Barcelona, who are not happy given the two clubs were seemingly on good terms off the pitch. Laporta has called out Real Madrid, as quoted by Alfredo Martinez, saying the club has been historically favored in a refereeing decision and has decided to appear in a Negreira case. It's nonsense. Reports have claimed multiple times that the Negreira case is all bark, no bite, and that there is a ton of evidence claiming that the payments were harmless and never influenced referees. They have nothing because there is nothing. Negreira case has no power over the choice of referees or the result. Recently, there were also rumors claiming that Javier Tebas had submitted fake evidence against Barcelona in the Negreira case. This was also officially denounced by the club, while La Liga maintained that the event never transpired. Meanwhile, former Spanish referee Eduardo has also come out to confirm that Barcelona never bought any referees and that Negreira never had to influence any official in favor of Catalan giants of any sort. Now to the next story. With the transfer window getting closer as the season goes by, there will have to be some departures in order for Barcelona to sign some players to reinforce the team, even though the wrong players will be leaving come the time, so it's a bummer. Okay, while there were several in the current squad, the club has prioritized to reinforce some position over others. This includes signing a defensive midfielder to replace Sergio Busquets, a right back to take over the reign from Jules Koundé, a left winger, and possibly another central midfielder. Barcelona already have the option of target in position to Martinez, Zumbamendi, and Sofian Arbat are the chosen one as the pivot options, while the likes of Wanford and Thomas Munier and Jeremy Frimpong round off the target for right backs. Barcelona loanee Abde is expected to return to take over the left wing spot, with Yannick Carrasco arrival also an option. Also, Barcelona are looking at Ilkay Gundogan as their option in central midfielder. The German is set to become a free agent in the summer if he does not sign a new deal with Manchester City. However, the pursuit of Gundogan is especially curious given the number of central midfielders at the club already. As such, Javier Miguel has relayed a report saying that Barcelona could seek a departure of Frank Kessie if Gundogan is signed. Kessie commanded a strong presence in the Italian market, with several top clubs interested in him. There have been reports of both AC Milan and Inter Milan keeping tabs on him. Barcelona have also already held talks with Inter about Kessie. In fact, the two parties were close to reaching an agreement over the move in January, with Marcelo Brozovic joining the Blaugrana as part of a swap deal. Kessie initially found it difficult to adjust to Barcelona in the initial month and has found a place for himself in 2023, putting in some impressive performances, including a last-minute win against Real Madrid in the league. Now we move on to other players that are on the transfer list or that have been sold out, such as Trincao and Ferran, not Torres, that useless player, not that one, the great Torres, oh no, the great Ferran. Barcelona could be set for a small financial boost in the summer transfer window from one of their former strikers, Ferran Jugla. The Spaniard, currently at the club Bruges, is linked with an exit, and his ex-club could end up gaining from it. Barcelona sold him for a discount price of around 5 million euros to Bruges in the summer, but made sure to retain 10% of his right in the process. As such, should his current club choose to sell him, Barca could end up gaining 10% of the total transfer fee, which will not be that much actually, so I would rather bring him back than go into the process of just gaining 10% from his transfer. So yeah, one of the parties linked to Juglas, according to Sport, is Benfica, and the interest stems from Gogalo Ramos potentially exiting the summer. The Portuguese has scored a massive 17 goals, joint top in 24 appearances this season, and is on the radar of several top clubs, including the likes of Manchester United. Benfica has identified Jugla as one of their potential replacements, having scored 10 goals and assisted in 10 appearances in Belgium Pro League. He is among the top players with the most goals contribution, with Braga still in the top 4. He has also recorded 2 goals and assisted in the Champions League this season, including one each in 2-0 win against Atletico Madrid. Braga could be looking to get around double. Braga could be looking to get around nearly 10 million euros of what they paid for him in the summer, which could secure around 1 million in sales on fee for Barcelona. While it's not a huge sum, it's helped Barcelona massive in terms of financial trouble. All right, next up, as you already know, with Barcelona affiliation with the Super League, and with the controversy of them wanting to exit the Super League, so Barcelona the controversy have been first in Negreira case has spilled over to the off-field activities, including the Super League. While Joan Laporta has been a strong advocate for it, Alongside Real Madrid president Florentino Perez, it was believed that Barcelona could drop out of it after Los Blancos decided to join the trial for Negreira case. However, Gerard Moreno has now reported Barcelona cannot. In fact, should they drop out of the Super League, they will face a 2 million euros fine. No, that's too late though. 200 million euros fine. It is part of the deal signed by Joan Laporta and the Catalans in no place to afford. It is part of the deal signed by Josep Maria Bartomeu, the club killer, and the Catalan are in no place to afford that punishment. Joan Laporta also confirmed that Barcelona presence in the UEFA Super League in the press conference today, saying UEFA want to act against Barcelona because we support the Super League project. Catherine made a number of offensive statements and asked him to be responsible and wise, unlike Tebas. He was also asked if Real Madrid involvement affected Super League plans, to which he replied, "Not at all. We are in the Super League because it is the best option for a sustainable model in football. We do not depend on Real Madrid or Juventus. While the relationship between Barcelona and Real Madrid is no longer as friendly as it was during the last year, both parties are still expected to be heavily involved in the campaign for the Super League. However, it will be interesting to see how Laporta and Florentino navigate this situation now that the latter is actively involved in denouncing Barcelona for the Negreira case." Now to the main news, to the one you have all been waiting for. Let's go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the one you have all been waiting for, regarding none other than Lionel Messi. Barcelona have been handed a huge boost in their potential pursuit of Lionel Messi in the summer, as Le Parisien reports that negotiation between the player and PSG camps have completely shut down over a renewal. For majority of the season, Messi was expected to renew his contract with French giant, as he is set to become a free agent in the summer. However, things changed earlier this year. Barcelona had joined the running for his signature, with Joan Laporta and Xavi publicly expressing their desire to bring back the player from Liga. At this point, it has been reported that several times that Lionel Messi too is interested in return. He dreams of it, in fact, and he is willing to do anything to push the move to go through. His family are also looking forward to returning to the city of Barcelona, and Barcelona understand that signing with Messi or any other player in the summer will not be an easy task. They are in terrible financial situation and in conflict with La Liga, who have not allowed them to even register the new contract of Gavin, Ronald Araujo and Marcos Alonso. As such, Gerard Moreno reported that Barcelona decided to submit a full economic structure and plan to La Liga regarding Messi's return, while the league had ruled out few points. They believe the two parties already have an agreement. Evidently, they know how huge Messi return could be for the league too, and consequently and the mistake to let him go 2 years ago will will actually be resort. Nah. Evidently, they know how huge Messi return could be for the league too, and consequently, they have started to prepare promotions and ads featuring the player. With Lionel Messi ready to reduce his salary to rejoin Barcelona, the ball is completely in Jean Laporta's and court right now. The Catalan administration are ready to do anything in power to force the move come this summer. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, for all the news regarding Barcelona as of right now. I'll keep you guys updated as the situations regarding Messi's possible return to Barcelona, Ousmane Dembele and Pedri and Frenkie de Jong possible return to visit Atletico Madrid. Also the latest on Ferran Jugler transfer update, as well as I hope we could actually do player ratings this coming weekend. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, and until next time, I'll see you in another one.